Here we are at the Litterbox Center, where the Hamburg Housecats will take on the Okinawa Generations in tonight's matchup here on the SPL Network. Thank you for tuning in. We got a night for another intermediate preview, and I'm excited. I love watching the. I don't like calling them the lower echelon of the Slapshot Premier League, but they're the meat and potatoes of what this league's all about. They're just bros being guys and guys being bros down in the intermediate division, fighting for a little bit of pride. Fighting for a little bit of, I just want to hang out with the guys. I want something to do. It's an activity down here. Okinawa 2-3 here this season, looking to topple and get a few extra points on the standings, as these two teams are only 1 point away from each other. One's third place, that's Hamburg, and the other is tied for fourth with Okinawa. It's going to be a fight to the finish here tonight. Hamburg still getting acclimated to their new season here in Season 16. A lot of them haven't played since Season 14, and some of them, it's their first season. But either way, let's talk about the rosters here for a little bit. We got Papa Shields, once again, the captain of Okinawa, followed along by top goal scorer, Less Than Dennis. He's got himself a handsome amount of goals here this season, 13 on his 25 shots. Looking to lead the team to another victory, perhaps for the first time here on the SPL Network. He has talked about the curse. We'll see if it continues here tonight. Every time I talk about an Okinawa game, they find a way to, not win. But here tonight, that could change. Pip Starlather, top save maker here for the Okinawa Generations, has blocked 27 shots on 52 shot attempts against with 11 saves. He sits atop the defensive leaderboard for the Okinawa Generations. Same with Grey Ghost. He's right behind him with a 100 save percentage, 11 goals against average, but we won't talk about that as much as we'll talk about Renard. Renard, starting off the season, second highest goal scorer for Okinawa, hasn't scored a goal since, 9 goals and 18 shots. I hope to see a little bit of extra oomph from his kitchen here tonight and see what he's cooking up. For the Hamburg Housecats, on the other hand, captained by Dry here this season, followed along by Rain, Tafarmio, Chowsey, and Apollo Killer. Apollo, it's his first season here in the Slapshot Premier League. Love to see a few of these players, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm not mixing up my I's, not dotting my T's here. I believe a few of them, if not all of them, are from the European Union. I don't know what to call it. They're all from Europe. They're across the pond. They're stones skip to the east of us here tonight. But keep an eye on. Let's just pop up the stats screen. Talking about the odd shot starting goaltenders here tonight. Pip Starlight, they're going to be out there for Okinawa. Right now in the lobby, there's only 3 players, Gray, Renard, and Papa Shields, just to be stated for the record. But Pip Starlather, the best goalkeeper from Okinawa, going to be hopefully in the lobby here tonight. Okinawa, throughout their franchise's history, has made it a habit to play all 5 of their players every single game. We'll see if that continues on here tonight, or if the bench will be a little bit shortened due to availability. But Mr. Shields always does his best to give a little bit of extra play time to everybody down there on the ice. You're going to play a period if you show up, and I'm about that. 5.77 goals against average. Pip Starlather, one of the better goaltenders here in the Slapshot Premier League with 27 blocks and 19 points. He is a force to be reckoned with, and a guy I really don't want to play against. I've played against him a couple times, and sometimes they still appear in my nightmares. He's a hard man to bump off the puck. I'll just leave it at that. Tafarmeo over there with a .333 save percentage, a .764 goals against average with his 25 blocks. It's going to be hard to beat him between the pipes here tonight for the Hamburg Housecats. And looking at how these teams stack up against the rest of their division, there's 7 teams in the intermediate division. So if you're 3 or above, you're pretty darn good. If you're 4 or below, progress could be made. Okinawa, 34 goals this season on their 62 shots, sits them at 4th place in both of the rankings there for the division. But their defense is where the money is made. 25 goals against, second best in the intermediate division, and they know how to block shots. They're always quick to the defense. They're always quick to the puck carrier. They're always quick to the challenge. They have the least amount of shots against in the intermediate division because of that. That'll be a determining factor here tonight for them. On the other side of the ice for Hamburg, they're sitting about middle of the road, a little bit lower down on the totem pole because of their lack of games played compared to the rest of the division. When it comes to the intermediate division, most of the teams have 6, sometimes 5. Hamburg, only 4 games played. So they have a little bit less to work with here. Their points per game, probably about middle of the road across the board. As the Salem Symphonies right now sitting first place with 10 standing points. Hamburg is at 6 points in the standings with all 3 of their games to be played here in week 3, if I am not mistaken. But right now they're sitting 3-1. They've only been defeated once so far this season. Looking at the previous 5, we'll see all 4 games. Hamburg lost to the Whitby Wombats. Whitby beat both of these teams 11-9, a 2-goal difference against Okinawa, 12-5. The first game of the season for Hamburg was a 12-5 deficit, but after that they turned it around. They're on a 3-game winning streak. Hamburg, a team to beat right now in the intermediate division, and a lot of these teams have a lot of overlap between Okinawa and Hamburg. Both teams playing the puck slappers. Okinawa with a 1-goal loss, Hamburg with a 1-goal win. They both played the Reapers, where they both won. Hamburg by 3, Okinawa by 3. And the Salem Symphonies were able to find a 2-goal victory over Okinawa and a 1-goal loss to Hamburg. So there's all 4 of those games that Hamburg has played. Okinawa has also played those opponents. As we're getting more towards the later half of the season, it's hard to believe it's already week 3. And I believe down in the intermediate division, we've only got 5 weeks of the regular season. If there's a staff member in chat, they might be able to fact check me on that one. But either way, we're already halfway through the season. It's hard to believe. It feels like we just started this a few days ago, and we're already sliding into the end of the week when it comes down to the mid-section. This is where the playoff teams are very obvious, and the guys that get to sit out and work on their golf game become pretty cut and clear. But in the intermediate division, there's only 7 teams. Top 6 will make playoffs. Taking a look at the division standings before we get started here tonight. We only got 4 divisions on the East Coast, so you can see where the intermediate division falls in the hierarchy of things. Salem Symphonies right now first place with 10 points on the standings, 5 wins, 1 loss in regulation. Beneath them, a half game back are the Puck Slappers, and then 1.5 games back. 1.5 games back are the Hamburg Housecats, the sole proprietor for the 3rd place position. And at the end of the regular season, the first round will be the 4th and 5th place team play a best of 3. Winner goes on to play first place. 3rd and 6th will play each other in the first round in a best of 3. Winner of that series goes on to play second place. And then, there's another best of 3 for the semifinals. Grand finals, best of 5. You're the champ, baby. That's how that's how it goes. I don't know what more you want from me there. But yeah, as we wait for teams to file into the lobby, let's look at a few more minutes to pop it, lock it, polka dot it, if you will. Taking a look at the hierarchy for the league here this season. 10 teams in the Pro Division are top echelon of the East region. That is where the money is made. That is where the bank is rolled. If you win that championship, you get a crown. You get a lot of pucks. I think it's somewhere around 192,000 pucks to each player's credit that qualify. You got to play half or more of the regular season, or half or more of the playoffs, or just play a period in the finals, and you'll get that payout. Below them is the Challenger Division. We got 8 teams there. Top 6 make playoffs. Intermediate Division, we had 1 team disband earlier on this season, so we're down to 7. Started with 8. Either way, top 6 make playoffs there. I just explained how that worked. And then the Open Division, 10 teams. Same cut of the jib there. Or maybe we won't. Maybe we might switch it up later on. But I feel like we got 9 teams now. Another team disbanded from the Open Division. We're down to 9. Top 6 making the playoffs. As of right now, they may bump up to 8 when we get to the later end of the season. If things look a little close, if that first round is going to be a sought-after matchup for the lower division teams, if I was 7th or 8th in the Open Division, I don't know if I'd want to be taking on, like, the Hagerstown Heroes, if you know what I mean. But that's it for the East Division, or the Eastern Divisions. On the left side of your screen, we got the Central Divisions, Div A, Div B, Div C. No Div D this season. The Ministry of Coordination said we don't really need it. We feel like the divisions as they are right now are competitive in their own right. And so far, it's been pretty darn good. I play in Division B. I never thought I'd have a purple title next to my name. I thought I'd forever be relegated to the Prospect Open Division. But hey, I scored a goal last night. Sidney Crosby, point per game, baby. That's how the money's made. And the only difference for Central are the playoff berths. Division A, top 4 making it. Division B, top 6 making it. Division C, top 6 making it down there as well. And then we have our Western region, which is not pictured here in this structure, which is the Masters Division, which right now is at 7 teams, could drop down to 6 total by the end of the season. I have my hunches, you have yours, and it's just my word against yours right now. But the Masters Division, top 6 make playoffs over there. for their title. Central, if you win Div A, you get a title too. If you get to the finals, you also get a runner-up title if you lose. Same with the Western Division. Top echelon, top division will get their title and pucks to go along with it. And then below our Masters Division on the west side is our Contenders Division, which has 4 teams in it so far this season. I think 2 games have been played going into the end of Week 3. Just going to throw them under the bus here today. And, it's up to 3 games. Look at them go. They're figuring it out. They got 3 games played so far, and probably about 4 forfeits. So whether or not all 4 of those teams in the Contenders Division survive the season is up for them to decide. The cards are in their hands to play it, if they will. But there you have it. And as we await Hamburg to join the lobby right now, in the lobby for the Okinawa Generations, all 5 players. Papa Shields, Less Than Dennis, Pip Starlather going to be your starting 3. Gray Ghost and Renard likely going to be subbing in the second period, with Pip Starlather being a remaining factor. Maybe it's going to be Dennis. I think Mr. Shields, the quirky man himself, might even stay in for that second period. He knows how to throw a curveball, I'll tell you what. But here tonight, Okinawa just looking for a point on the board, looking for a win. A win would be glorious. It'd be something to go home and, celebrate, pop the champagne cork for. Whether or not that happens here tonight, that's up to the boys at home, the men in Okinawa, Hamburg. Looking for a win, looking for a nice way to just punch up a little bit. They're feeling it. They have the chance. They have the opportunity to grab a hold of that top 2 seed and get that first round bye. Next time these 2 teams will meet up will be the week of February 3rd. So they got some time to recalibrate after this match is over. And I say that's next week, isn't it? Next week is February. That's crazy to me. That's a rude awakening, if I do say so myself. So these 2 teams play tonight, and then they play again next week. Hamburg, of course, having only 4 games played out of their total of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 in this season. Did I count that right? Yes. So they got their fate is still in their own hands. It's not up to the stars. It's not up to a numbers game. It's not up to what their opponents do. These points in the standings are theirs to take, and we'll see if they do that here tonight. Before next week starts, they still have their matchup against the Valley Stream Vengeance, which has had a pretty good season so far. In their last 5, they've won 3 out of the 5, and so the only few of their losses are to the teams above them in the standings, with the Slappers and the Symphonies. So Valley Stream going to be pushing the envelope here later on in the season as we go around to our repeat matchups later on. But yeah, that's all I got for you. That's all the notes I had. We're 8 minutes past the start time. I feel like I filled the air pretty all right, if I do say so myself. You guys might disagree with me, but that's my 2 cents to the jib. Going back to the rosters, while we have time, I might as well delve into it a little bit. Top goal scorers for tonight: Less Than Dennis for Okinawa, 13 goals, 25 shots, 22 points. 38% of the Okinawa goals are because of Less Than Dennis. On the other side, Chelsea, with 11 goals this season, amounts to 44% of his team's total goals. He's a man to mark, both sides. You got to make sure you cover Dennis. Got to make sure you defend against Chelsea. Next behind Chelsea is Apollo Killer in his inaugural season here in the Slapshot Premier League. 7 goals, 14 shots. Picks up another 31% of his team's total goals. And he also finds himself touching the puck on 68% of scoring plays. Lets you know what he's all about. Lets you know he's a determining factor when it comes to Hamburg's offensive ability down there on the ice. And yeah, Less Than Dennis leads his team with 34 blocks. Pip Starleather shortly behind him with 27. Their defensive efforts are going to be exemplified here tonight. Yeah. When it comes to blocking shots, Whitby Bonbets right now first place in the division with 123. 2 behind them are the Salem Symphonies And then about 15 below that with 104 blocks is the Okinawa Generations in third place. Housecats find themselves second to last when it comes to block shots. They let the puck get to their net before they make the save. 75 block shots total for the Hamburg Housecats, 104 for the Okinawa Generations. So you got 25 and some change. I think it amounts to 29. If my math is correct, 29 block difference between these two teams here tonight. And we'll see if that plays a factor in the matchup as we get later into the evening. We get this one going at some point. I'm really just grasping at any straw I can grab right now to have something to talk about. Want a little delve into the history books with the Okinawa Generation roster. Grego started all the way back in Slap 1 Season 3 with the Athens Alphas. Down in the open division, played 9 games, scored 7 goals, had 14 points that season. But he was the defenseman back in Slap 1 with 26 saves. He's been around for a long time. Took seasons, well, Slap 1 Season 4 he didn't play. Season 1 and 2 of Rebound he didn't play. Then he's been back pretty much consistently. I think every season since then he has played. Yeah, he has. How about that? Leslie Dennis has been around for a hot second ever since the turn of the century. He started with the Georgia Glizzy Gladiators down in the open division back in Slap 1 Season 4. Had 26 points to his name in his 13 games played. He was a goal-a-game player. You love to see it. Papa Shields, been around for quite some time. Season 3 of Slap 1, played in the open division with the Athens Alphas. Pip Starlather, been around since Season 3 of Rebound, played with the Okinawa Generations in the intermediate division. Had 40 goals in his first season, 55 points in 17 games played. He made a splash as soon as he hit the scene. And then Renard, he's been around since the dawn of time with the Baltimore Burgers, then the Quebec Baguettes, then the Carolina Cardinals, then the Colorado Cobras when they rebranded, and then eventually the Ontario Outliers. He played a season with the Montreal Popes in the Pro Division, and then he took like a hiatus of 8 seasons where he just didn't touch slap shot. He went on like the spiritual retreat. And he's come back a better man because of it here in Season 16. So far this season, he's played 8 periods, has 14 points to show for it. And that's the history on their side. So there was just a ticket opened. This is why I like being on staff. Hamburg adding on Nicholas here for tonight's matchup. Dry, not around Papatef. Pulling up here to Mario, also known as his name. Little breaking news here on the front side of it. Right now, Tef and Nicholas are both in the lobby. They just joined in. As we await the third man to roll in, I was just reading through the ticket. I'm not going to talk about anything in there. It's just they're picking up Nicholas. That's all you need to know. Thank you, Eli. You subbed again. Oh, did you gift a sub last time? Is that what happened? Oh, you gifted a sub now. I whatever. Thank you. I appreciate that. So players transfer to other teams. They can if they want to. There is the only rule we have restricting it is you can't go more than one division below your most recent division. So a pro player can't play in IM this season. Try to avoid that. It all means necessary because if it's milk, I don't think you should be playing anything lower than Challenger at the minimum. Yeah, anyone can change between which team they want. The only real rule, other than that one, is when you join a team, there's a 7-day cooldown before you can join another team. And so Nicholas today is on a 7-day cooldown before he can join another team. And Tev has left. Who's my favorite player of all time? Dream. Not the speedrunner. Not the guy that plays Minecraft. I'm talking about the guy that's multi-time Evian Cup champion with Panarin and the Columbus Clappers. He's my favorite. Who's my second? Probably some guy named Eli. He's pretty cool. I'd have to flip the coin on that one, though. Hey, Grey Ghost is still around. He's been hunkering in there. He's with his boys. He's with his homies here this season. There's a lot of teams that are built for vibes, and it's very clear when they are versus when they aren't. You can see it on the ice. You can see it transpire into the numbers. You can see what their locker room mojo is like pretty clearly. At least I feel like it's pretty clear. But I have also been watching the sport for going on 5 years. October is my anniversary moment. I think it's October 13th or something like that is when I started casting this game back in 2020. It's been a long time. It's been a long time casting this league, spanning multiple games. And if we don't hurry, we might have to run another ad break before we start. Well, yeah, word around the lobby grapevine is a few of the players from Hamburg fell asleep, had a long day, and they're not conscious right now, so they're doing what they can. They're doing what they can. Or how long are you gonna keep casting SPL? Until Kyler becomes league admin. I think that is the original deadline that I had Night Sector. I could be wrong there. I might quit beforehand. If the game ever literally implodes and we just have like 2 teams that make up the league, I might stop then. But until that day comes, which I don't foresee happening for quite some time, I probably won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Darth is not the guy for tips. Eli, you don't have to say the quiet part out loud. I'm just saying. Yeah, Eli's pretty good. Yeah, just play controller. Controller's way easier to bump with. It's way easier to have an accurate stick. Because you just use the right joystick to push a direction and you get that direction. When you have the mouse, you're adding and subtracting rotation degrees to your character. So latency sometimes drops some of that. If your mouse sucks, if it's wireless, latency is also going to play a factor there. Yeah, I'm reading like 90 messages behind the scene, just try to keep up with what's going on. We also have Curious George joining the team here tonight for Hamburg. Him and Nicholas set the start for Hamburg in their season debuts with Pop and Tef. Yeah, I'm with Night Sector. Watch Henry's montage. Watch Panarin's montage. You'll see the mechanics in there. If you just practice what they do, you'll be unstoppable. At some point today, we will watch a Slapshot game. All right, we got 6 ready to rock, 6 ready to roll. Okinawa will be on the left side of your screen in the red. Hamburg will be on the right side in the blue. We got some Slapshot to play. Puck drop, the game's underway. I forgot to turn off all my player stuff. That's going to be an intermission problem. Curious George, first man with possession. Leaning down near side, Dennis getting a piece of him. Backhand feed goes topside, Nicholas off the hip of Dennis. Here's Tef with it now. Dennis off the forehand, trying for a little bit of a shot, hoping for the shuffleboard. Didn't quite come out the way he thought it would. Dennis centering feed, here's Papa Shield back at the point. Nicholas getting a few stick checks there. The new acquisition from today. Papa Shields getting this one down low. Dennis on the near side looking for the pop out in front. Off the forehand shot, Papa Shields denied there by Tef. Sound goes down and around town. Tef on the far side. Looking to seek refuge behind his own net. I'm going to take this time to get rid of some of the... It's too much. It's too much for me. We'll worry about it later. Nicholas here off the backhand. Dennis, great pressure there. Curious George picking it up off the backhand, trying to get fancy with it. Here's Pip Starleather, leading pass over to Dennis. Backhand shot, nice save there by Teff, back between the pipes. I'll leave that off the backhand. Open for Nicholas at the end of that rainbow. Pip Starleather throwing a hand at it. Here's Dennis down in the near side corner, trying to whip that one off the forehand. Goes corner to corner, top side over to Papa Shields. Forehand shot off the face of Curious George. Going after that top side. Dennis, forehand wraparound. Fans on it. Pip Starleather able to tuck that one away off the backhand. Making this one a 3-shot, 1-goal lead for the Okinawa Generations. Where is it? Where is it? I can't stand it. It's so annoying. Minimap. There. Scorebook. Off. Ah, it looks so much nicer. Don't you agree? I agree as well, Darth. Nicholas. Curious George pulling from the point. Good stop there by Papa Shields. Might have been off the near side, but either way, good block nonetheless. Gets possession back for the Okinawa Generations. Curious George getting a few good stick checks in there against Mr. Shields. Teff with a shot. Pip Starleather the save there on the far side post. Bank pass by Pip back to Mr. Shields. Off the backhand, finds himself, tries to push this one down the far side boards. Curious George coming away with possession off the backhand. Good control. Forehand shot from the point. Save made there by Pip Starleather. Forehand shot, what a save there by, I think Teff got a piece of that one. Might have hit Papa Shields back between the pipes of the Hamburg zone. Teff on the far side of his own defensive corner. Dennis picks it off. Centering feed. Backhand shot. Never able to release it. Good pressure there by Curious George himself down there on the ice. Papa Shields picks it up in the neutral zone. Finds Pip off the tip of his stick. Finds Dennis. Dennis from the point. Forehand. Not able to grab a hold of that one. Curious George able to deke around him a little bit. Maintaining possession back over to Teff. Teff off the far side. Finds his way down low. Nicholas with a hard angle shot. Almost able to get it to go in. Pip Starleather lobbing that one down low, letting it be a foot race. Teff, the heavy man, got rocks in his pockets. Hard man to move off the puck. Nicholas off the backhand, fed to the near side. Dennis here with a few stick checks, trying to free this one up along the near side wall. Dennis, Pip, back for Okinawa. 2:05 to go here in the first. Here's Dennis with it yet again. Top goal scorer here for the Okinawa Generations. Less than Dennis leading the charge here on the offensive side of the puck. Papa Shields, top side, here's Dennis. Dennis, stick checked away there by Teff. He'll have to retreat back into the far side corner of the Okinawa zone. As he tries to fish that one free on the far side wall. Over to Pip. Pip, forehand shot, side of the cage and wide. Here's Nicholas, retaining that possession. Wheeling out to the near side wall as he drives through neutral. Finds his way top side over to Teff. Backhand feed, here's Curious George. Slapped away by Pip. Teff regains his composure back in his own defensive side. 1:30 to go. 1-0 our score for Okinawa. Teff pulling this one away, back in his own corner. Goes top side along the wall over to Curious George. Pressured there by Pip Starleather. He takes this one away off the backhand. Shot made, blocked away there at the blue line. George getting in the way of that one. Here's Dennis. Lost possession. Pip gets this one down low. Here's Teff off the backhand. Hits Starleather right between the eyes. Good shot on the try. Might have had the defense sleeping there. Not quite ready for it. Nicholas, empty cage. Backhand shot. He scores. And he makes this a 1-1 game. Less than Dennis, so close to grabbing a hold of this one on that back check. Just not quite able to spin around fast enough. It's probably the lone keyboard mouse player down there on the ice. 60 seconds remain here in the first period. 1-1's our score. Nicholas leaning top side, looking for that wraparound attempt, going down low. Dennis through the neutral zone, backhand. One man to beat, not able to get that shot on target. Here's Teff with it now. Top side down the straight. Here's Nicholas. Goes side of the blue line. Papa Shields pulling this one down low. Pip Starleather here taking it from behind his own goal line. Leaning near side off the window. Finds Dennis off the backhand. Shimmies that one down low. Teff here. 30 seconds remaining here for the Housecats. Finds his way over to George. Forehand pass over to Nicholas. He'll trail after it into the far side corner. Thrown out in front. Nobody in a blue jersey to tuck that one away as Papa Shields throws this one down the full length of the ice. Teff peels it away. Nicholas tries to return the favor off the backhand, blocked away by Teff. Goes off Dennis' stick to the near side wall. George getting a hand on it. Dennis with a hit. Pip with a shot attempt, blocked away. Mr. Shields goes topside into the corner. Dennis picks it up, centering feed. Shot made. What a save by Teff. And that'll be the end. It will be the end. Oh, what a chance by Okinawa at the end of the period. Mere nanoseconds left on the first period timer. And that'll put us into the first intermission with a tie ball game as the goal does not count. Bernard Gray both coming in. Dennis, the remaining factor here for the first period. Okinawa players. Pip Starleather, the lone goal for Okinawa. And on the other side, it's Nicholas scoring his first here this season. We're getting this one down on the ice here for the second period of action. Okinawa left side in red, Hamburg right side in the blue. Puck drop, the game is on, and time is underway here in the second. Dennis trying to peel that one off the backhand. Getting this all the way down low over to Gray. Gray leans topside down low. Dennis looking for the centering feed to Renard. Not able to find him. Gray with a point shot goes wide to the near side. Teff trying to get a hand on this one. Gray here picks it up for Okinawa. Pulls it into the corner. Over to Renard. Out of his reach. Goes off the far side wall. Here's Nicholas with it now. From the red to the blue. Forehand shot. What a save by Dennis. Gray. Stick checked away by Nicholas. Backhand shot by George. And that's going to hit the post. Come out in front. And Gray's going to sweep that one away. Topside off Dennis. Off the backhand, Renard not quite in position to one-time that one in. Renard gets this one down low, pass to the point, over to Gray. Gray at his own side of the red line finds Dennis, topside point, not able to get the shot from the slot off. Gray maintaining possession here for the boys in red, reverses near side over to Dennis. From the blue line, goes topside against the wall to Renard. Renard pulling this one down center avenue. Nicholas able to get a stick in the way of that one, forcing Gray to retreat with this one. Back in the Okinawa zone, 3:53 to go. Tie game still at 1-1. Dennis off the tip of his stick, looks for a forehand feed, goes off Teff, back behind his own cage, trying to get possession back for the Housecats. Centering feed there by Renard, nobody there to get a shot off. Gray wants it near side, finds Dennis off the backhand. Good stick position by Nicholas to stop him once, twice. Zone Folgers out to the far side. Gray off the backhand, Dennis here with it now. Off the backhand, trying to feed this one down along the near side wall. Nicholas, little spinorama, little Beyblade of action. Renard out in the zone, nice try, and the shot blocked away there by Nicholas off to the near side wall. Dennis off the backhand, trying to usher that puck out towards the neutral ice. Nobody really letting him happen, not letting it go through. George, Dennis off Renard, topside into the corner of the Okinawa zone. Trying to peel this one out and away. Renard goes to the near side over to Dennis. Dennis with 3 minutes remaining here in this middle chapter of play, starting the breakout here for Okinawa, which has dictated pace of play for the vast majority of this game, especially here in the second. Of course, Housecats piecing together their roster here earlier on in this broadcast. Nice shot by Nicholas. Top shelf where you keep the peanut butter, and it's 2-1. Beautiful shot, 62 mile an hour. Quick release. Great spot. Gives his team the lead. Going into tonight, the Housecats sitting at a 3-1 record. A game and a half away from second place, 2 games out of first place. They have the most games remaining out of any intermediate team, so that first round bye is still a thing, is a thought. It's premonition in the air here tonight for Hamburg. They're playing for that every punch of the way. Teff leans near side, goes over to Nicholas. Dennis trying to halt his forward progress here at the red line. Sound pops loose. Nicholas gets a hand on it. Gray helping out Okinawa's efforts with a bank pass to himself. Oh, look at this. Forehand pass off the end wall. Looking for Renard on the top side. Teff comes out of the net to challenge him. Good save there by Curious George back between the pipes. Zone goes off towards that top side. Renard remains with the possession. Zone goes down low by Dennis. Top side corner. Gray coming after that one. Finds Renard on the near side centering. No, it goes off the end of the cage. Goes back to him. Gets it back to the point. Gray pulling. Backhand off George. George takes it out. 2-on-1 here if they hurry. Backhand shooting and near side and wide. Renard comes back the other way. 2-on-2 with a pass to Dennis. Nice shot. What a goal. That's one of the finest I've seen so far here this season. Here for the Okinawa Generations. Renard to Dennis, and just no room for error on that far side with that shot lane to open up. And Leslie Dennis doing his finest here tonight. 1:32 in the second. 2-2's our score. Dennis off the forehand, finds Gray down center, goes off to the near side corner with a dump down. Teff here picking it up for the boys in blue. Back on the defensive side, Renard here frees it up. Nicholas comes back for it. Renard taking it away yet again, sandwiched between 2 Housecats down in the defensive zone of the Hamburg territory. George near side leading past Nicholas with nobody but home to say no. And he's able to walk that one in to make it 3-2. 1:08 to go here in the second. They got their lead back. Great, peeling that one corner to corner, top side over to Dennis. Off the backhand, trying to get this one past George with 60 seconds remaining. Renard with the backhand shot would have been on if Teff wasn't on his angle there. Great, down low to Renard, out of reach of him, goes out to the far side point. Dennis here scoops it up, tries to get this one back down low. Nicholas thrown down low. First man to it is great. Near side over to Renard. Renard with 38 seconds remaining, starting the breakout here for Okinawa. Want to at least go into the third period tied. Shot by Gray, far side off the cage and wide. Gray picks it back up down below the Hamburg goal line. Dennis not quite able to take advantage of that opportunity that came a knocking. Here's Gray. Backhand, trying to feed that one out in front, goes off George. George sporting the 00, the mascot number on the back of his sweater. Here's Renard with it now. Taking this one away, near side over to Dennis. 2-on-1 here for Okinawa. Centering feed. Gray tried to play physical instead of setting up for the one-timer. 10 seconds remain as that one goes all the way down. Thanks to Nicholas's defensive efforts. Here's Dennis with it now. Forehand bank pass. Here's Renard. Forehand shot, side of the cage and wide. And that'll be the end of the second. 3-2 our score. Housecats on top here at the Litter Box Center. Hamburg looking to go 4-1 so far this season. We'll see if they can do it here at home ice. 1 goal for Pip Starlather. 1 goal for Dennis for their 2. And on the other side, all 3 goals scored by Nicholas himself on his 5 shots. We'll see what the third has for us. 6 players ready to rock, 6 players ready to roll. We're back down on the ice with Pip Starlather, Renard, and Dennis to start. Okinawa on the left side of your screen in the red. And on the right side is the same 3 for the Housecats in the blue. This third period is underway. George getting this one down low. Nicholas here peeling it away. Teff here with it now. Getting this one back into the corner. Nicholas turning that one back over to Papa Teff. Over to Nicholas. Renard here peels it away at the slot. Back to the point. He cuts it. He's trying to cut up the rug. He's got his dancing shoes on here tonight. Looking to dance to the blues. Dennis, forehand. Not able to get that one past Curious George. Will return that one to safety back over to his quote-unquote captain for tonight. Steph has manned up the leadership role with the A on his sweater for the alternative captain. So says me. Renard out the forehand, stopped by Nicholas. George gets it on the far side. Pulls that one back to his defenseman, Teff. Teff trying to get this one near side. Here's Nicholas. Not able to get past Renard. Force feeds that one back down defensively. Here's Teff in the far side corner. George getting a hand on this one. Dennis getting involved as well from Okinawa. Centering feed. Here's Pip Starlight. They're pulling out to Renard. Forehand shot over his stick. The puck had too much elevation. Oh, that would have been beautiful. Teff down low in the corner, mucking it up with Renard on the far side Hamburg zone. Out in front. Now he's going to be saved away. Good stop there by Curious George back between the pipes. Pip Starlight, they're so close to finding a shot on goal. They're just a little bit too far behind it. And no shame to him. That's a hard one. Nicholas, great steal off Dennis. Now he's going to make it a 4-2 ball game. Teff getting the apple there. Just right spot, right time. Nicholas had the puck fall into his lap. With his 4th goal of tonight, his first game played as a Housecat here this season. Making a splash in the intermediate division. Teff download his own defensive end, looking topside. George here trying to pick it up. Pip Starlather challenging him. Dennis and Teff meet each other at the end wall of the Hamburg zone. Dennis trying to just find a way to falter this one back defensively, able to get it all the way down to his own goal line. Here's Renard picking this one up for the Generations topside. Pip Starlather pulling. Forehand shot goes off George. Forehand shot by Renard, not able to go in. Renard looking for the wraparound. George getting a piece of that one on the shot attempt. Pip Starlather off George. Pip picking it back up. George picking it back up. Back defensively. Here's Teff. Teff fans on it. Dennis trying to peel this one away off the back end. Trying for the hand of Renard. Not able to find him. Nicholas trying to let the ping settle a little bit there. Trying to work with what they've got here tonight. Nicholas off the back end. Stopped by Pip. Pip looking down low over to Dennis. Dennis here trying to find a wraparound shot. George hugging the post for dear life as the plate goes around to the far side. Nobody able to find a goal over there. Dennis probably got 9 shots from the result of that play. And George, a couple saves. Pip Starlight, they're pinching down, trying to keep this one down in the O-zone for Okinawa. Renard back to Pip, down low to Renard. Forehand pass out in front, another shot saved away on the far side post. If they just hit the post enough, eventually there might be a dent that forms to allow that one to get through. Teff on the far side corner, forehand pass, looking back defensively. Nicholas continues that, the wheel off to the near side. Dennis returns it down low. Renard not able to take possession of that one. Pip Starlight, they're pinching in, trying to pressure Teff for possession. So it goes off Renard. Dennis picks it up. George getting in the way of that one. Renard here picks up the loose puck. Forehand shot deflected wide off the defenseman to the far side corner. And Teff will return it down the near. George, top side Nicholas. A lot of elbow room here to work with. Forehand pass out in front. George here picks it up the near side outer slot. Dennis Trying to force the issue on the near side corner. Off the forehand, stopped there by Nicholas in the neutral zone. Dennis, not going to be deterred, going to keep pushing forward. Down on the near side straight. Renard here picks it up in the corner. Centers it out to the point. Finding its way off Pip, topside Dennis out of his reach. Pip Starlather from the point. Reading too far ahead in the script here tonight. Renard out in front. That one slapped away by Tef. Pip at his own blue line, takes charge, lobs it down low. Renard here gives pursuit. As he slides it along the boards over to Pip. Down low, Renard. Here's Tef. 60 seconds to go here in the third. 2 goals the gap. Okinawa not able to find a whole lot in the goal column here in this third period. It's not for lack of trying. I think they have 6 shots here in this third period, if my math is correct and my memory serves me right. Renard, centering feed behind Dennis, and that one will leak out into the neutral zone. Nicholas here with the chop towards the cage. No dice there on a goal. Pip Starleather leads it to Renard. 2-on-2 here for Okinawa. Over to Dennis. Dennis, top side. Trying to find the puck to work with him. Just trying to cradle it. Trying to simmer it down a little bit. Pip Starleather lobbing it towards Renard. Tef here, the first man to it. Renard here peels it away off the forehand. Wanting a passing lane to open up. Centers it to the near side wall. Here's Dennis. Forehand pass. Pip top side Renard. Renard off George. Nicholas had a chance at the cage. Good pressure there by Dennis to make sure that shot never happened. Renard plays a lot of physical game on the far side. Getting this one down low. Renard to Dennis. Dennis backhand shot stopped by George. Over to Renard on the wrong side of the stick. One could only hope to have it land right. But that will be the end of the third. That'll be the end of the ball game. 4-2 our score. Hamburg finding a win against the Okinawa Generations, and their curse continues. I think they are now 0-8 on the SPL network. The Okinawa Generations just looking for their first point on the network. And maybe it's the caster's curse. Maybe it's because of the bias. Maybe it's because I want Okinawa to do well, that they just don't. That might be where my heart's at as a caster. 77 passes, 2 minutes 7 with possession time. Okinawa controlled the dictation of play, but Hamburg's defense, 30 blocked shots, 13 saves. They had 45 shot attempts against. And if you don't play defense, you don't win that game. And tonight, they did exactly that. 15 blocks out of the team's 30 was Curious George. He also had about just below half of the saves, 6 out of the 13. Same with Tef with 6 of the 13 saves. Nicholas, the stud on offense, all 4 goals for Hamburg. And on the other side of the ice, Dennis with 1, Starlather with 1 at the end of regulation. And Pip Starlather, Dennis both combining for 2 saves for their total of 4 for the team. They had everything. They had the makings of greatness here tonight, and it fell through the fingers. They had the pressure. They had all the ingredients. It just didn't bake right. It didn't proof long enough, some might say. But that's all I got for you here tonight. Until next time, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching some Slapshot. And thank you for all the support here this stream. Eli, thank you for the gifted sub. I appreciate you. Hope you're having a great day. Bueller, thank you for the 11 months. Appreciate you. I just want you to know that. And, yeah, good stuff from the European boys here tonight. Love to see the guys from across the pond get a few points on the standings. They're half a game away from second place now. And we'll see how the later half of their season goes. But until then, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching some Slapshot. Thanks for the big names in red. Eli, Irvion, JS Tronics, former league admin Min Snowda, Gubby, M-Dub, Unglued Snail, Manny, Q Silver, Laugh Track, Davo, and Cheese Pup. Appreciate all you've done for the channel, all your continued support, and all you've done for the league. But that's all I got for you here tonight. I don't know what else to say. I feel like I've filled enough dead air to be warranted. Maybe not an Emmy, but like, what's the runner-up to the Emmy called? Is the Emmy the acting one, or is that the music one? I really couldn't tell you, if I'm being honest with you. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching Slapshot. If you don't got money, you want to support the channel, hang out after the credits roll. We'll play a few ads, and I get a couple extra quarters. I get a gumball if you watch those ads, and I appreciate it. I don't know. I got to keep talking until these credits go away. If you want on the list, just sub to the channel. Everybody that's subbed to the channel appears on the list. You want a little pocket of fame? I never take names off it. You see them scrolling by. Some of those names have been on there for 5 years. Do with that what you will. But that's all I got for you here tonight on the SPL Network. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Darth Texel, and I hope you all have a great evening, a great afternoon, and a great night.
Both in mine, you know you stopped me dead while I was passing by.